Welcome to Onivia Highlights. These are the best highlights from the LPL 2025 Split 2.
You see Tangyuan running down here. Already used a Proc Spirit Rush to go over the wall. Flash with the charm. Not enough, though, as it's first blood for Tangyuan and RNG. However, Junhao on the way. Tangyuan spot on a ward. There comes the wind, becomes lightning. I think Tangyuan knows he's dead there, as Junhao will make it a 1-for-1.
Yeah, that's very easy.
Really nice buffer. Meanwhile, Jashu already proccing that needlework. The equalizer going to come out, but looks like Zhang is exhausted, which means that ultimate does not do any sort of damage. So Jashu
And the rest of RNG are on their way.
Yeah, they're here. Niket going to land that pulve onto Junhao. Teleport comes in as well as Tangyuan looks to join the fight. Spirit rushes over the minion wave and lands a really nice charm onto Junhao. The bullet time doesn't do enough as RNG are going to pick.
And RNG should get this tower on the bottom side. You can see in the mid lane, however, there is a bit of a congregation from Ultra Prime trying to chunk out this mid-tier while everyone's here.
They're maybe hunting a little bit though. Xiaoshu looking for potentially a flank here as Xiaoshu already getting very low, has to use the Magnet Storm early on, and now Milky Wave's arrived, not in time to get the objective, but in time to pick up a kill as Xiaoshu gets the first one for RNG. Niket very, very low as looks like Saber is going to be able to shut him down, making it a 1-for-1. Charm does connect onto Junhao as soon as that Crescent Guard expires and forces his out to flash away, but Zhang still doing a lot of damage.
Getting connected on by that charm as Ultra Prime on the back of that plate. Despite setup looks pretty good for Ultra Prime as they begun to kind of suffocate RNG out on this side of the map. RNG still do have a total gold lead, and he is holding a little bit of credence when you take a look at the inventory.
Exhaust on your Gwen. But it looks like instead a reset is in order for RNG. They're going to try to use this timer to allow Xiaoshu to pick up this top lane tier 1 turret. Saber not going to be able to do much to stop it. So just getting more gold into the carries for RNG. Bursts down pretty easily if Ultra Prime find him as a target. So instead they're going to peel off. And that means, though, that Junhao can make his way right back onto it with the Audacious Charge. Milky Way still very low. So might be a one-way trip if he decides to go in for a steal or a flip of this objective. The Otacon still getting burned down, but now it's Ultra Prime who control it. The cat dashes in, lands a 2-man pull. Here comes Milky Way. Will he find the steal? No, it's secured here by Wako, and that means that Ultra Prime will have the false lives, but can they get away with any more blood being shed? Jachi gets a bunch of these resets, but all Ultra Prime will do is head back to base after just a couple of seconds, and Junhao is going to try to take one with him.
That makes sense. Xiaoshu also, he's getting this tower no matter what. So,
right, but now we get neither of it. We don't get Tangyuan. We also lose the tower. Now Xiaoshu could get collapsed upon by Xiaoshe, but the rest of RNG are potentially here. It's actually Xiaoshu going forward onto Saber. Might not have been the smartest play, as here come the reinforcements for Ultra Prime. The needlework helping Xiaoshu heal up so much, but finally, Wako will
go over to Ultra Prime, so they're one away from Soul now. But unfortunately, we are in a 10-kill game, 30 minutes in. Prime versus RNG.
Man, now I feel like we've lied to the viewers, Shimada. Remember in the pre-show, we were like, this is going to be awesome. These guys are chaotic. They don't care.
Okay. Look, viewers at home, hear me out. In 3 of their best of ones, one was really sleeper, and then the other 2 were really boring. Tangyuan should be fine.
Oh wow, looks like they really want to commit for this play. The bullet time really doesn't find anything. And Xiaoshu in a really bad spot. So is Xiaoshu though, as he gets taunted up and taken down by Wako. A max range charm does hit Junhao. Niket flashing forward to try to stun up the Xin Zhao. Finally, popping that Crescent Guard. This is the fight that we were looking for, Jamada. The 4th shot barely unable to take Junhao down. And so far it is just that.
Yeah, Ultra Prime might be a little bit slow. They can certainly look for a fight off the fact. This Baron is going down a little bit slower than they probably like though.
No jungler though. Looks like instead they're going to try to peel for the fight. Magnet Storm hits 3. Equalizer doing a ton. Junhao knocks away everybody with the Crescent Guard except for Niket, who now they're going to try to focus down. Needlework comes out. The bullet time will finish off the cow. And the Baron was never fully reset. So that means that Ultra Prime can go right back to it. It's at 7,000 HP. Milky Way has the flash, has the smite. Curtain call coming out. Remember, there's no ultimate on Junhao, but he does have the Guardian Angel. Tangyuan lands into the charm. 4th shot knock.
Everyone's in the area. There's a lot of elements that have come back up.
Start boiling over soon. This game 1 between Ultra Prime and RNG. Already back to the Baron. Milky Way low once again, which could be a pretty bad spot here for RNG. Xiaoshu is on a nice flank though. Does have the ultimate available, but will get spotted out by Zhang. And is forced back away. Now Ultra Prime have the move. They can start this objective up with the HP advantage on their jungler. Milky Way forced to just clear out this Gromp. Get a little bit of extra HP back. And now it's going to get spotted out potentially by Xiaosha,
Oh, they
who
could pick
is
Xiaosha
now
up.
in a bad position. Gets stunned up by the counter-strike. Oh, no! Some anti-synergy as Niket headbutts him away. Now RNG are separated, and Niket will once again fall. Ultra Prime with another 1-for-0, at least just for now. Curtain call going to get opened up. Milky Way dashing forward, but he just doesn't do enough damage. Xiaosha will live. The 4-shot goes wide, and Ultra Prime in prime position here in game 1. The bullet time doesn't find anything, as now Jachi has the chance to pop off. Tonghyuan flashes over the wall. They find 2 kills for RNG. The health bars are so low as Junhao will revive from the Guardian Angel, as him and Saber will be...
How quickly can they get through this? That's the question. And can Saber get any? Can anyone get any vision in? Because if Junhao sees this happening, he will win. He's gonna turn around. He doesn't want to risk his life.
Yeah.
Given that
He would have had smite advantage, but would not have had the number.
Pings are there, but like Tonghyuan, he's got to
Very
teleport
late.
over. Yeah,
They're going to spot out Milky Way now. I think if you're Ultra Prime, you just burst this down to 2,000. Can Milky Way, he jumps over the wall. Gonna be a flip, but it's secured by Junhao. But here comes the fight in earnest. Charm lands onto just the rumble here. There's a 4-man pull from Niket. Will it be enough? There's not enough follow-up just yet. Tonghyuan's forced to go golden, but here comes Xiaoshu with the needlework already bursting down Ultra Prime. Saber forced to go golden. RNG going to win the team fight, but the Baron goes over to UP.
Completely swung. 1.5k in the negative, so it's technically a 3k cold swing. As hello, Junhao.
Ooh, he flashes over the pulverize, trying to get down Jachi. That's an 800 goal shutdown over to the Junhao. Now going for Niket.
Hold on.
For a second kill. He's going 1v3 at this point. He dashes forward and picks it up. Junhao on the Jinzhao Howdy. It's like one of those TikToks where everything just goes exactly as to plan. And that's what we saw from Junhao there on that play. It was pretty ridiculous. Honestly, pretty game-defining so far. As Ultra Prime now with that Baron can still try to go for a push onto the tier 2. Niket has the Unbreakable Will, so will take up a lot of damage. The Equalizer already has been thrown out here by Zhang, and that means that RNG can go for the re-engage. Xiaoshu already using that first proc of needlework, looking for another one as Xiaoshu gets bursted down. Niket with another huge knockup, but he will get taken down in response. Wako is low. He will die as Milky Way grabs the kill, and RNG now with the numbers advantage and are looking to chase down Ultra Prime. The 4th shot will take down Zhang, and it'll be an absolute wipe for Royal. Never give up. Saber will fall. It is Xiaoshu who picks up the kill, and that is an ace for RNG.
I think that's the game. Gonna take this first game after what was a small bit of game of catch being played whilst that Baron was up. I don't think anyone was really feeling like, oh, this game's done. Unless Xiaoshu.
It's 20 seconds on Wako respawning. Milky Way is getting bursted down a little bit. He has to pop. I think there's a Zanya's at this point. Yeah, there's the ace. There's the Nexus. Aren't you going to take a weird, wacky game number 1 win?
Huh. Okay, RNG Ultra Prime, I see you.
That's where Ultra Prime likes to play their competition out.
And if RNG's game 1 is anything to go by, they're not in any coordinated frame of mind right now.
Dead. Just knowing that the Mbessa has priority, as right now Tonghyuan also has the wave in a good spot.
Knows about this. Not the ward.
Could actually just jump right over using that safeguard.
He's gonna do exactly that.
Okay, he's at 1,000. Jump it over, he steals it away. Milky Way wasn't prepared, and now he's gonna pay for it potentially with his life. Shockwave gonna try to buy some time, but Junhao flashes forward. That's first blood and first strike for UP.
Wow. Just very unfortunate for Milky Way that there was a ward in the Dragon Pit that still had vision of the dragon as well to make things worse. So he's gonna die. Waco. Flash will go dead.
I was taking a sip of water. I was.
But there's still time. There's certainly still time.
I think we realized that's gonna be the real Nico. As Chain of Corruption comes in, and there's the Nautilus.
Many items in the game. At the risk of seeming stupid, the item, you see the red like thing behind what is a dagger.
Yeah.
See, for the longest time, I thought that was, you know, how it gives you a shield.
Be slow. Okay,
Just
got it.
Be slow.
Hey, we got players on opposite sides of the map right now. Saber in a lot of trouble as Niket's able to pick up that kill. The tower's really heated up though. One more.
I mean, look, Saber's brought out some very fun champs throughout the split 2 so far. The Zed, the Yasuo. The two that will probably be on the edge of everyone's mind. Okay.
Not too much of that yet. Wow. Niket popping that Pop Blossom early as now your King Combo collapsed. Jong with the unstoppable onslaught will pick up that third kill here for Ultra Prime. Milky Way has to dash away. Junhao with the kick back off the ward hop. It will be matched up here by the public execution. Junhao combined with the shockwave of Tangyuan, who has arrived to the fight, and somehow Milky Way is still alive. Nobody can kill the Viego as now it's just two tanks trying to wail away at RNG.
The opposite end, Ultra Prime. Saber should pick up this tower. So Xiaoshu might have something to say about it. Yeah, should die to the grubs, get that little bit of local gold in. That feels good at the very least to try and make something of what should have been a very positive play. Like, Niket kind of whiffed on that eco on the big time. Oh, hello, that's the real one.
Yeah, hitting Niket again. Xiaoshu with a really nicely timed dredge line, and Junhao's able to pick up that kill right as that dragon is up and available. Looks like instead mid lane going to be a prio as well. So Ultra Prime getting a couple of big picks, and it's allowing them to get 2 towers here as well, just 17 minutes into this game.
Yeah, seems like Xiaoshu should answer out up here on the top side, so at least something for RNG, but yeah, very short range. But then it's all about this kick, right? Watch this Warthog kick. Angle's not great, so
Looks like Ultra Prime are going to start up this Otacon, and not really much space for RNG to try and test it. I think this one is just down.
Yeah, they're just letting this one go. Oh,
and that's really, he's going to get matched here by the Choo-Choo Train. Jong runs down. Okay, Tangyuan not able to pick up that steal. Realm Warp did come out but not utilized. Can Ultra Prime get all of these roses?
Hey.
Looks like no. And so RNG now could go for a potential collapse. Niket and Milky Way are here. Pop Blossom will connect only onto Saber. They're going to try to burst this rise down, and Xiaoshu will not be able to. Niket's the first to go down. Decimating Smash only lands onto one. Junhao dashes forward, but then gets safeguards right back as Dredge Line will go wide. Looks like now battle lines have been drawn. Milky Way trying to pick up a couple more of those rose petals. Jachi gets hit up here by the... A little bit better for sure. And now looks like it's going to be Jong starting up the engage. Niket is down before he can even do anything in this fight. Already a 1-0 as now Ultra Prime can start up this Infernal Dragon. Again, would be sold for them. That is a huge advantage against the squishy team composition of RNG. To try to fight this 45 because they have to. Here comes Xiaoshu, Hex flashing over, landing the dredge line onto Tangyuan. Decimating Smash comes through. That should be the fight and potentially more. Xiaoshu going forward. He's trying to soak up some damage, but it's not nearly enough. And they kick Milky Way right back in. It's Junhao making the play, and only Jachi's alive as to run back to his base.
Goodness me, RNG. That should be pretty much the final nail in the coffin, and we should be going to game 3. Gold difference might be 3,000, but I feel like at this point the ease of execution for Ultra Prime, the Infernal Soul with the icon on top of it, this should just push Ultra Prime into a position where it's very difficult to lose this game.
And that gold lead just got a little here for Ultra Prime. Obviously, RNG need to just find that one kill to get a reset for Milky Way and set up a fight for the team, but nobody's really in a good position to do so. Tangyuan has to use that shockwave defensively. They're going to try to collapse onto Junhao. 3 members onto him, but already Niket is falling on the backside. Finally, it will be the jungler for Ultra Prime down, and the first reset here for Milky Way. But he gets hit up by the Chain of Corruption before he can do a damn thing in this team fight, and so already Ultra Prime still taking control. Jachi picks up one. He flashes away to try to escape from the rest of UP.
As you can see though, they are very interested in starting it up. Off they go again. I mean, Sion can just control so much space with how big his health bar is.
They healed off again. Dredgeline just going a little bit wide. Double onslaught does not connect, but the Chain of Corruption will. A huge ultimate from Niket, but there's no follow-up here for RNG. Kick goes and sends the big carry Jachi right into the heart of Ultra Prime, and it's 3-0 in favor of them as they go right back to the Baron. Jong soaking up a ton of damage, will not go down easily as Xiaoshu will Hex Flash over the wall as well. They try to play this out 2v5. That is not good odds, but maybe Milky Way likes them. He picks up one, public execution over, but Milky Way will get shut down. Xiaoshu picks up one on Owako, but it will be the ace secured for Ultra Prime.
It's a 5-for-2 for Ultra Prime. Going to go on to secure this Baron as well. Excellently played team fight despite no one's going to be down here. all about this mid lane tower, guys. Tier 2's gone.
Still
Prime's
Baron.
being very, very patient.
Yeah, Baron Buff still on 3 members, and Zhang is going straight in to try to force another fight. Pop Blossom comes out, but the Ket is just way too weak at this point. He's down to the 8th time this game. Milky Way dashes forward, trying to find something, and finally they will shut down Zhang with the shockwave. Here comes Xiaoshu over the wall in a 1v3, looking to try to find the outplay, but Saber will lock him down and find an overload onto Jachi as well. Ezreal's forced to flash away. They are not quick on this play, so they're going to start up the Elder Dragon. Xiaoshu instead opting to cancel his reset and go for a potential 50-50. This is a good play. If you are RNG, you're already down so far behind. Zhang will dash forward. There comes the depth charge in onto Tongyuan. He's going to be in a lot of danger right now, but still is alive. Shockwave doesn't find anything. Pop Blossom comes through. Will it be enough? They're dashing forward, but Ultra Prime are controlling this team fight. Only Jachi lives, and it's not going to live for much longer. Wako will finish the job, and we are headed to a game number 3.
We had pretty strong suspicions just leaving the draft, but it's played out almost picture perfect for Ultra Prime. And what a kick from Junhao to round that was in a very successful Lee Sin performance. 11-3-13, and he is having a fantastic day, as a matter of fact. They'll cap off game number 2 here. 4 members strong. Take us to game number 3.
That KDA, 11-3-13 here for Junhao. As you said, fantastic day for him so far. But it'll be all for naught if Ultra Prime don't pull off the series win. They're going to have to do one more.
Too good. All right. Game 3 to determine the single matchup we have left between RNG and Ultra Prime. There is no double round robin. This is the last game you'll see between these two in this stage. Single best of 3.
And then the Dragon's taken, and then back towards that top side, we will see the likes of Jachi go, who did initially rotate top side, I think, to allow RNG to contest around those Dragons. Milky Way, she would excuse him.
Oh, so
Failed
close!
it!
Junhao, try to add another clip to his montage. Milky Way needs to be a little bit careful. No flash on the Ket still. Hang on a second, Junhao going for a wall stun, and they catch him in the handshake.
Oh, into the hostile takeover. Makes a Jachi's attacking Tangu, and they blow up the Ricardo. Big team fight ult down. Still no quickness on the Ket. Worth noting though, of course, Junhao with no ult of his own on the Skarner probably wouldn't have the most fun walking forwards here. So we'll still likely beat that Dragon with little look at a contest. Instead, we see Junhao pinging his way towards a topside Scuttle Crab and a potential invade into the jungle for some wards. Removing some wards as well as we speak about it. There's a couple control wards down and about, spotting out the Skarner on his journeys through the jungle.
Force off a top. This is a bit of a problem. If Jace doesn't feel like he can wave clear like this, they're teleporting up there too. I mean, he had to come back from this, but now the problem is, we are now going to see how much damage Yorick does to towers with just a Sheen and the Maiden. This is, the bonkening. These towers die
Bonk.
very, very quickly. This is with 2 grubs.
Bonk.
You know, if we could, hang on, this is going to be first turret to the side though. Okay, so on the other side, RNG do get first turret. However, look how quick that was from a higher HP there. I did bring over the other member, but still, I think that given the
beat these ghouls 1v1 and a little less binary as a kit.
We've got the Maiden again down towards this bot side. And again, look how quick these towers disappear here. Jace will be taking a tower on the top side, so again, it is even out. I think RNG are doing the right thing here. There is a teleport, and it's the Yorick going up there, and they take the risk and say, look, getting the Dragon is more important here. Yes, losing the turret is bad. Smite doesn't come through from RNG. They don't look for the steal. It's tower for Dragon, but I think Ultra Prime, I think they make this choice willingly, saying we don't want to be losing chance to play around side lanes later, especially when we're afraid of an Infernal Soul coming through.
I think that's a fair shout, and I think I'll also say that you saw Milky Way and Xiaoshu doing some body warding. They tried an accelerated shot class to see whether there was a bad smite on Junhao, and that's about as much as you want to commit there, really, isn't it?
Yeah, I do think RNG, they don't feel bad about this, though. Mid lane out of turret opens up a lot of opportunities.
Pretty good jack of all trades.
I will say, though, hard composition to play into. You have to play into a lot of disengage. You go into that Renata ult, kind of sucks. If you, hang on a second, we do have the attack. Yeah, this is the kind of moment where the range advantage comes through. Where is the Skarner? He is here. He could potentially go for a smite steal. Remember, they do have really good space buying tools, and they're getting shredded, or RNG, by that Atakan.
Yugen not here. Looking to go on the tier 2. They take the Atakan, but they're going to trade this tier 2 at the very least for it. It's just the withdrawals. Remember, you can play the map wider against it.
Yeah, there were, I mean, there's...
And trying to play around that. Here goes the Dragon.
Jace has gone top side. Both top laners have teleport. Yugen, I really want to see how much value he's getting here. Aphelios is pushing mid. Here comes the wall. I guess Ultra Prime do want to flip this a little bit.
the Rakan and the Wukong. Hard to keep them out with their mobility. In goes Milky Way. Win the smite fight with a feather pull as well.
Oh, the Impale.
Into the Impale. Niket is just... Play this one out, try and find some damage in, but couldn't quite secure as much as they were hoping for. At the end of the day, though, the ults are not that long a cooldown if they can buy some time. Weaver's will
Milky Way!
Milky Way with a wonderful cyclone to the backside. Gets multiple engage ults. And Niket and Milky Way go down. The angle looked great, but it was just punished in a matter of seconds. Eugen now here begins to throw down some last rites. Welcome to the funeral. And it's RNG. We're all mourning.
Xiaoshu tries to jump forward, might be able to get EGN, but no, the sustain is there. And Ultra Prime, in a situation they have so commonly fallen apart, with pressure mounting, find themselves the play which will break the game. It is gold, it is Baron, it is time which is worth its weight in gold as well for Ultra Prime. RNG fumble around the Baron, and oh, such a storied organization. It hurts to see them like this.
I thought Milky Way found a phenomenal angle, but there is no ult on. Yorick is threatening elsewhere as well. It is no easy feat to secure clean engage if you don't have all your tools.
Niket's going on to Xiaoshu, but I don't know if this is a... I don't think you can cash this in. Xiaoshu's caught out now on the bad end of things.
Gets away, but Saber has to flash away from the Cyclone. That's potentially dangerous. Puts Saber in danger. The Impale is wide, and they've used a lot of big tools. Saber goes golden. I think he's going to die. Big pick for the side of RNG. All the while, they'll look where the Yorick is.
So, EGN chooses not to join this play. Ultra Prime give up one and the Dragon, but this is a Baron pushing. I mean, we're still flipping, I guess. I think Ultra Prime just want to stop the recalls right now. Look how quickly this dies. This is a 3-item hull breaker. Yorick, he's going to kill at least the inhibitor. There must be recalls. And remember the back... I mean, could he save for a Nexus turret? I think with eyes off of the recalls. Look, EGN, the Yorick micro, very poor from EGN. This is not the kind of thing you can lose. You don't have that for the big fight now, but you have committed towards the bot side. Here comes the fight.
And they've split off Wukong's clone, not Wukong himself. The quickness burn for that. Impale also down from Junhao. Now they find anything between worlds. It's on to Saber and Junhao, but the damage isn't that high. They'll throw down a Redemption. He opens us back up. Stun again onto Milky, but at this point he's pretty damn tanky. Teleport behind.
He's going for the back door. He's going towards the back door.
They need to get out of here. This would be so... Milky might want to stick around, but where is the Jace? In the base, in fairness. They will lose an inhibitor here nearly for sure as Milky Way throws down the Cyclone. Into the Inferno! Margaret Inferno angle with the Cyclone. Sorry.
Calibrum, they're still fighting on the Dragon. Here comes the Cat. Goes in towards the combo. Dragon gets lower, but they're buying time for the Yorick.
It's going to be a split push fight. Milky Way desperately low takes it. That's Infernal Soul. Needs to get out of here as the fight. Wacko goes up into the air. Impale with the X-Tiles. Impact does work. Wacko trying to survive as Milky Way can't secure it. Into the back goes Tango. Cannot find the skill shots. And they lose everyone but Jace.
Wacko goes into the team fight and it eats them up. Yorick's still in the base. Xiaoshu not able to join the fight. Ultra Prime still lose the Infernal Dragon, but there are teleports coming in. Ultra Prime want to end the game.
Surely it's over. They'll have a wave coming on in. They've got one down bot side. You've still got 30 seconds on anyone meaningful.
So, EGM has his maiden coming up in a few seconds. Multi-lane push. I think they have to just concentrate onto one side. Xiaoshu trying to go onto Saber. EGM is just going to slaughter the turrets.
And there's the seismic shove. It's buying time, not clearing the waves. And Ultra Prime play PvE. Great enemy felled. Yorick with the maiden to boot becomes the Elden Lord.
Rekindles himself at the Nexus to start a new cycle for Ultra Prime. RNG, they are left without a spark.